Hello, this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts. Today with another quick fun fold. I found this on a YouTube channel yesterday, but this lady, she referred to Creative Moments by G, and I've been following her for a while now, so I found she has got various videos on her channel with this fold. She only just did a live stream as well when I'm recording this. So yeah, I just want to show you how it works, but I'm going to show you two versions. One, the way that G does it, and then I'll show you another version which sort of works better with the way that my brain works, if I may say so. So we're creating a very simple gatefold card. I have got a piece here of 6 by 12. I've cut a 12 by 12 sheet in half. As I said, I will show you two versions. The important thing, I think, is that you've got a double-sided paper, and that both sides, I think, are nice if they work together as far as colour is concerned. I have cut this one here lengthways, because I thought if I have it this way, when it comes to folding the gate, these might not come together symmetrically, so I thought at least if I cut it this way, that works better. But if you have got non-directional paper, even better. This is from a paper pack. I've used that quite a few times now. This is from first edition paper. I bought that probably 2 years ago, but any 12 by 12 paper is fine. So, and we need to score this at 2, 4, 8 and 10. Just popping this away. So, and then we fold the 8-inch line inwards as a Creative Valley fold. Oh, by the way, the paper you want to see most of, that's the one actually that's going in the back. So I will actually do it this way around. So Valley fold here and burnish those lines properly. Then the 10-inch line gets folded back, and then we do the same on the other side. So the 4-inch line gets folded inwards. Trying to line this up a little bit. The first one I had was a bit wonky. I sometimes wonder whether my bone folder is worn out as well, and I get funny lines there. And then this gets folded back. I think the important thing is that you've got a gatefold here, nothing overlapping. See, mine doesn't even close 100%. It's okay. It's supposed to be a quick card, and we will put a topper on it anyway. But see what I meant now with the having a continuous pattern. I've done this one the wrong way around now, haven't I? I have actually. Show you this one. So I will put a disclaimer in. So the pattern you want to see most of has to go on the inside that way. I'll tell you what, I'll make two versions. I'll make this one this way around and this one the other way around. So for the one that G created, she has got American measurements, so I've altered mine. So what we need to do is we need to cut 2 corners off. And my idea was to cut here from here to, and she creates a diamond shape. Yeah. I don't know. Let me just check this. How far she would have gone down. So I've got obviously 6 inches. So let me just get a pencil here. So let's say if I get down 2.5, because she doesn't have a full diamond, although you could do that. 2.5, and then 2.5 on the bottom would be 3.5 here. Oh, sorry. Forget that. Don't need to cut there. I'll tell you in a moment why. So 2.5 on the top there, and we need 2.5 from the top at the other end as well. And we're cutting now from this score line down to the 2.5-inch mark. I will quickly do that on my guillotine. You could just use your straight scissors if you've got long blade scissors, and then I will show you what we do with that. A little tip from me: if you've got a busy pattern like this one here or dark cardstock, use a white pen. This is like a pastel pen to put your marking in, and then it's definitely easier to see. So as you can see now, the back here becomes visible. So we now take the triangles we've cut off, and they actually get glued down on the bottom here, and then we've got this sort of illusion of a diamond shape. So can you see? So mine seem to be a wee bit longer, so if I have got a bit of overhang there, because I might have overcut a little bit at the top, I just snip the little corners off there. But I will quickly again do this off camera. So as I said, now we've got this diamond shape here. One thing I did not like about the card that G created and the other crafters is they put a square in the middle, but because we've got a different angle here, I didn't like the fact that the frame we create then is not even, yeah, if I may say so. So I'm going to show you in a moment what I'm going to do with this one here, but if you just want to stick a square on the middle, I'll show you in a moment anyway. You just stick it on one side and then you're more or less done. But as I said, I'll show you that in a moment. So to be able to create a square, I'm actually going to go down not 2.5 inches, but I'm going to go down 2 inches, because I've got 2 inches here. I'm going to have 2 inches here. So it's still sort of a diamond shape, but not as, you know, not this same angle as here. So I will again cut 2 inches here, to flip these over and stick them at the bottom. As toppers for my cards, I have chosen 2 old Christmas cards, and that's why I chose something sort of dark blue, or rather I was looking in my stash for something dark blue. This is actually a very good match, especially with the gold. I think that goes with that nicely. And with this one here, it's a slightly different blue, but I think I get away with that. So I'm just contemplating which design I'm using for this one. So I just wanted to show you this. With this one here, where we cut at 2 inches, you get away with having a square in the middle as a topper, and that's set up like a diamond. But be mindful, this is a die, obviously. That's 2 3/4. You can't have anything too wide if you want to have the width of 4 inches. If you've got bigger envelope, you get away with that. So keep that in mind when you cut your design. I think I will actually leave this one for the other one. Although, reason being is I don't want to have the sentiment on there, so I'm just contemplating, because I already worked that out. No, I'll use this one for this one. So I thought I cut this one with the with my die here, and then the bigger die is too big to fit across. It will overhang, which is a nice look though. So if you're sure that fits into your envelope, you can do that. But what I will do is, once I have cut this out, I will put it on a dark piece like this, and then just cut a frame around, just to have a little bit of an edge. Again, I will quickly do this off camera, so I will make sure when I die cut it that I'm cutting away that sentiment, and then I'll show you how we cut the more diamond shaped one for this one. So I've cut my topper, not perfectly because the frame here is too slim. It's a bit difficult sometimes to see in the guillotine, but I'm not bothered. So all I need to do now is to put glue on 1/2 here of the topper. So trying to avoid getting too close to that middle line. And then I'm sticking this down on this side of the gatefold. I'm actually opening it up so I definitely don't get any glue on there. And I'm making sure, it's a bit difficult to see on camera, that those 2 points match the score line here. and I'm putting it evenly between, yeah, well, I try to sort of match up the middle there, which I haven't actually, to move it up just a little bit. Once I have it in place, I can press it down. There we go. That's the first one finished. In hindsight, I could actually have chosen a white background. That would have been nice as well. But yeah, I think this looks really cool. I could add a sentiment here if I wanted to. But, oh, one thing I've forgotten. I've already cut this. I've cut a white panel for the inside. This is 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, so that just goes on the inside. And now I'll show you how to cut the other one. For the other card here, I've got a piece of scrap paper here. It's got a right angle, that's important, and I'm placing this underneath here. See now I haven't cut. I'll tell you what, I'll do the other side. I've cut a little bit too far, so it's not going to the top. And I'm just using that to create a template for that angle. Yeah, so I know what angle my image has to have. I'm just cutting that with my scissors. So when I now need to cut my piece, I know this is the angle I need. I'll find the middle of my card. You could actually, I'll tell you what would be easier if I measured this. This is 4 1/4, and if I quickly cut my strip to half of 4 1/4, which is 2 1/8. So I now put this upside down, and then I can use my piece here, so lining it up on this edge, and this is the middle line. I can then mark on the back where I need to cut it. I'm going to turn it the other way around, putting the angle here. Ideally I would meet at the top, so I need to cut a little bit inward, but that's okay. So, and then I'm turning this upside down here, and again placing it down here, and turn this upside down, and I'm placing this here. So this gives me the right angle, or the exact angle, it's not a right angle, that I need for this piece here. So I'm cutting this out, try to get, I will go a little bit in on this line and on this line, so I've got a diamond at the top. And then I will do the same again on my matting layer. I will place this underneath and then cut with a little bit of a frame. This is just 2 pieces of cardstock stuck together because I didn't have a heavier weight cardstock. You want a little bit of weight, I think, to the toppers, because they obviously are exposed on this side, so you don't want any flimsy paper there. Before I forget, I just wanted to show you why I suggested not having a square on this card here, because that messes with my mind. If I put this on here, ignore that, it's a little bit wider, then the frame here is slimmer than the frame at the top. So either, if that annoys you as well, either cut it down 2 inches here, yeah, which I think is a good look anyway, or cut your own shape. So this fits on here perfectly now. I will quickly glue this on off camera, but I think I close the video here. So yeah, I think these are great cards. I think they're great for bulk making as well, especially if you work with a square here. They're great for using up toppers, but obviously you can create your own toppers, stamp, or put a die cut on there, or use some of the pattern paper in the middle and then just a sentiment. I think the world is your oyster here with this card style. Yeah, if you like my cards, you might want to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of what I'm creating, you might want to subscribe to my channel. I'd be very happy about that. And I'll see you soon with another video.